ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, שהכל נהיה בדברו.
One of the premises, I think, in American society is the right to happiness. The state, the government, the nation has to give you an environment of freedom, freedom from fear, but also the pursuit of happiness. You have the right to look for happiness. Of course, in societies where there are problems with food, with medical attention, with schools that don't function normally, because there are no teachers, classrooms, maybe happiness is not a priority. And then again, you really cannot go to a pharmacy and ask for a pound of happiness. There is no such thing. So that happiness is really something that only prevails, occupies, I think, societies where the basic needs are already covered. Therefore, you're looking for something more. You don't want to just satisfy your hunger, you want a little more. You want joy, you want happiness. But I don't think that happiness can be obtained, as I say, going to a pharmacy. I think that happiness is the consequence of a certain behavior, of things that you have done, of deeds. Happiness is the result of having accomplished something, that you finished a task, that you prepared for an exam, that you showed loyalty to a friend, that you extended your arm, and not only you gave something, you looked at the poor person in the face and you said, I feel with you, and you gave him something. I remember when I was in Venezuela, I had a chauffeur, and many a time when you stop by a red light, there were poor people with their money extended for you to give them something. And I would give a certain amount of money to the chauffeur and tell him, go give the man that. And the chauffeur many a time told me, Rabbi, what are you doing? This person's a drug addict. What are you doing? You're only contributing to his addiction. And I said to him, the addiction is his problem. Your problem is when you see an extended hand, you have to give something. What will be the conclusion of this man that extended a hand to somebody who is riding in a car while he has to walk, somebody who is dressed properly while he is dressed with very old clothing, with God knows what, and he's refused? What will he think of humanity? Think of that. You certainly have the duty to help somebody. So I think that happiness is not something that you can dictate and say, I want to be happy. No, happiness is the consequence. It's the result of doing something. Well, yet the Torah says that on Sukkot, which is a holiday called huts or tabernacle in English, that comes right after Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, you have to be very happy. Well, how can I be very happy? As I say, I can't go to the drugstore for a pound of happiness. How will I be happy? Maybe happiness in Sukkot is a consequence of having gone through Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, where I bared myself, exposed myself to the Almighty, exposed myself to myself as well, and I made certain resolutions that I'm going to try to improve certain things. So happiness is something that has to do with something that I did. It's a consequence. Now I feel peace and tranquility with myself because I have done something very important. As I say, because I was very sincere. Happiness is I feel when I help somebody else. But there's something else also with happiness. It is contagious. You go home and you're a happy person. Well, you bring in sunshine, a ray of sunshine into your home. But if you come home and you are really very sad. You bring sadness into your home. You have to be very careful. It is not only something that affects you, I think it affects other people as well. So that Sukkot is a time that reminds us that you can live in a hut and yet be happy because you have your family next to you, because you have just gone through Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur where you have spiritually cleansed yourself. Happiness is because you extend a hand to somebody else, show him friendship, because you show him human warmth, and thereby you become happy. And if you are happy, the people around you are going to be happy as well.